Hello everyone. This is Melissa from stampwithmelissa.com. Welcome to my weekly Tuesday night video. Now you might notice I'm not live tonight. I am traveling and so I'm not live. If you are watching this right when it's posted, I'm probably somewhere hanging out with Mickey Mouse. We'll just leave it there. Anyway, I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I do have a super fun video for you tonight. This is going to be structured just like my weekly lives have been for a long time. And it is a class format. So I am going to share 3 cards with you tonight made with the Warm Welcome Bundle from Stampin' Up! It's actually an early release from the upcoming mini catalog. It is so fun. I'll flip my camera around so you can see it better, but it is so fun to play with. I know you're gonna love it. I've got a mix of just like some thinking of you cards, a Christmas card, and a birthday card. So we're gonna get lots of good ones. If you need a little break from Christmas, you'll get it. If you wanted to sneak one in there like I did, you'll get it. So we are gonna do that. If you place an order in my online store this week until Friday, November 18th, end of the day, you will actually get these card kits for free. So I will put in the description of this video my shopping link and also the host code. You want to make sure to use that host code when you check out because that will let me know you want this class, okay? If you don't use the code, then I don't send you the class. Only exception to that is if your order is over $150, please do not use the code because you actually redeem Stampin' Rewards, which is free product. And if you do hit that mark and you do still want the class, just go ahead and send me an email and let me know you want it, and I will absolutely send it to you. Okay, so let's talk. Well, let me say this first. So you'll get I'm going to show 3 projects tonight, and the order level. So at $35 before tax and shipping, all my prices are before tax and shipping. You will get the 6 card kits for free. So you get 2 each of the 3 cards we're doing tonight. And then if you order at $50, you will get the 6 cards, and you'll also get a full pack of the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. I always forget there's red ones up there. But 4 different colors. They are beautiful, and we are using them on all 3 of our projects tonight. So you'll have them ready to go when your order is $50 or more. So let me go ahead. I'm going to What? I'm going to hook my camera up and we will get started. I'll show you a couple of the cards I've already shared this week, and then we'll start on this week's cards. Alrighty, so here's a look at the bundle. It is a photopolymer stamp set, and like I said, it is an early release from the January through June mini catalog, which, by the way, I got to see this past weekend, and oh, I love it, but that's not a surprise. It is so fun, and I love this set. It's actually $1 million stamp set designed by Jenny Polly. I think she's from Germany or somewhere in Europe, but she actually helped to design this stamp set after hitting her $1 million sales mark. How cool is that? So I don't have a catalog to show you right now, but we've got some fun photopolymer stamps. We've got some fun dies. A few of them I pulled out because we're going to use them on the first card. And so usually when I'm live, I just keep chugging along through my cards. Tonight, I am going to stop and start in between because I can, because this is pre-recorded. But let me show you the cards I've already shared this week. So this was Monday's card. It is actually a fun fold that I did with my team during our mystery stamping at our last team meeting a few weeks ago. So super duper fun. I love to do mystery stamping and craft with my team. If you are interested in joining the Incredible Crafters, it's a super awesome community. You can join in on our mystery stamping and craft along with us. Our next meeting is on December 6th, so you'll want to sign up before then so you can join us, okay? All right, so let me, and the link for that is in the description below, but let me show you this card. So my team has the measurements. I'm not going to share the measurements now, but you can see I'm slipping off a belly band here. And then it actually opens like this, and how cute is that? I just love this one, and let's see if I can get my belly band back on there. I made it a little tight. Oh, I got it. You know how belly bands go. You have to like wiggle them a few times, but super duper cute. For this one, I actually embossed that piece in there. I just think it's so cute. So that was the first card I shared this week. Here's the second one. This one I paired with the Paradise Palms stamp set to make a cute scene coming out of the front door. When you open your door, you're on a beach. Wouldn't we all love that? And since I'm in sunny Southern California, this is about accurate for me right now. Sorry if you're like, what the heck? For all of those, or for those of you who are back in somewhere cold. Anyway, So this one is super, super fun, and it is also part of my weekly Create and Color Challenge. This week, the colors are Night of Navy, Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, and Sweet Sorbet. So I invite you to participate in that as well. All right, I'm going to get ready to do our very first card with you tonight in just a second. Okay, so here's the first card. This is actually inspired by Penny No, a fellow demonstrator, and I loved it. So I am casing it for our very first card, and I love everything about it. So I'm going to set that off in the corner there. If you are familiar with my videos, you know I like to do that just so we can have a roadmap, see where we're going. Otherwise, let's go ahead. We're going to check out what your card kit will contain for this card. So we've got a gray granite card base. We've got a layer of gray granite, another layer of gray granite that will be embossed for you with the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. You'll have a piece of basic white to stamp and die cut the door. You'll have a piece of the Gingham Cottage DSP to die cut, the doormat here. That's actually in the die set. How cool is that? It looks like it's from our Stitched Rectangle set, but it's actually in this die set. You'll also have a piece of So Saffron. This is going to go for the door back here. You'll have a scrap of Early Espresso to die cut out the doorknob, although that's optional. It does stamp a doorknob, so you don't have to do that. And then I'm also going to send some Pear Pizzazz leaves, and these were all punched out using the bow punch. So I thought that was really cool. Penny used that as well, and I just loved it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start with assembly. And then we'll go to stamping. And because I am pre-recorded tonight, I am actually going to do some of the die cutting so you can see. I did not die cut in advance. So, oh my goodness, my seal is getting gunky on me. Sometimes that happens when you are on an embossed layer. But remember, with embossed layers, you want to add lots of adhesive just to keep things all nice and stuck down. Then we'll go ahead and add some seal to the back of that. Add this to our card base. And then we can go ahead and fold and burnish our card base. Okay. And then, let me see here. Okay, so then we're going to go here. And we are going to do some stamping. So I've got my door here. We are going to open up the Early Espresso ink. Ink, and stamp this down. Okay. That is stamped, and I have to figure out where to put my stamp. And then we're going to take the cute little shoes, ink those up in Early Espresso, stamp those down as well. Okay. And then while I have Early Espresso open, I'm going to pull in this So Saffron piece, and we are going to pull the sentiment that says my door is always open for you. And honestly, like, how sweet is that? Let's just stamp that right in the middle there. This is not going to get cut down. Well, I might trim it a little, but otherwise it's not going to get cut down. It's just going to sit right in that door. So we'll try to line it up where we want it. All right, pulling this piece back in then, we are going to grab our pumpkin pie ink because I wanted a cute little orange tabby cat. And then we'll stamp that down. So I have a friend who has, well, they used to have 6 cats. Now they have 5. And my favorite is the orange one, and his name is Clover. So this is Clover on my card here. Oh, my ink did not close. There we go. Okay, so then I've got my Pale Papaya blends here because I wanted to just color Clover in. That's his name. Just color him in, but I didn't want the color to go be too dominant against the pumpkin pie. And so I am using Pale Papaya blends instead of pumpkin pie blends. You could use pumpkin pie, but like I said, it might be too dark. Okay. All right. So we've got that stamped. Let me grab my my Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, and I'll be right back. All right. We've got this guy. Let me get my dies here. So we are going, and I smudged a little there. My ink must not have been dry, but that's okay. So I am lining up the door frame. Then there's a rectangle that they give you, and that's going to lay right inside here. Feel free to use washi tape or post-it note tape or post-it notes themselves to hold down your pieces, but I'm going to risk it. And then let me grab my kitty cat. And I forgot to grab out the shoes earlier, so let me grab those. Okay. And then I've got my DSP. I'm just going to rip off that end there. So we've got the DSP, and we're going to use that stitched rectangle that I talked about that is actually in this die set. You don't have to make it like even, but because they are stripes, I do personally want mine to be even. Then I'm going to grab that early espresso piece and use that smaller circle from the set. Grab my plate here and hope for the best. Fingers crossed, hold your breath. And let's crank this through, okay? Trying to go gentle, because I know on my first card my cat moved, but I think we got it. Okay, and then things stick because they're staticky. All right, let's take a look here. So I am going to put my dies right back into my set here because it'll drive me nuts if I don't. All right, that's gonna go in there. Let's pull that piece, whoops, that piece out. And we've got these guys. So that's gonna go like there, and that's gonna go like there, and that's gonna go like there, and the cat's gonna go like there. Okay, good enough. All right, let's see what we've got here. So we've got our door. This piece is extra. You could stamp the cat and the shoes in there, or you can save it for later. But yeah, up to you on that. And then let me move this out of the way. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and start assembling. So here's my card base again. So first, and you can see my door, my inner door frame did move. So again, use washi tape or something if you want to, but you don't have to. All right, so we are going to line some liquid glue on those two sides. I'm going to take this, and I know it's going to sit like this. Okay, so I'm flipping that. Did you see that? I flipped it 180. And we are going to get that lined up here on our door. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out my dimensionals, and I need to chop some of these up because I'm almost out. All right, let's add some dimensionals here. So I'm going kind of in the corners, and then we'll go ahead and do one in the middle. Peel off those backings. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. Right about there looks good to me. Let's go next to our doormat. So I'm going to add some seal to the back. Actually, you know what? I want my door to be a little higher. Oops. Let's see if I can, I didn't push down too hard, so hopefully I can peel this back up. Oh, perfect. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna kind of play with these together simultaneously. So I think the doormat looks good there. So we'll put the door right there. Beautiful. All right, so then we've got our shoes here, and I do want to add dimensionals to these. Now, mini dimensionals probably work better. Let me pull mine out. All right. So we'll do one there, one there. Peel off the backings again, and then we'll stick this down onto our doormat. How cute. I love it. All right, and then we're going to add a dimensional to the back of our kitty cat. And look, it's going to cover my little blemish perfectly. All right, we've got that added. Let me pull my liquid glue back in. We're going to go right on this doorknob. And again, this part is optional. You don't have to add this doorknob if you don't want to. I kind of liked it, so I wanted to add it. You could also color it in if you wanted to. And then we're just going to stick that right on down. I am going to pull my glue back in and just add a little bit here to the back of these leaves, and then we're going to tuck them under. Now, if you remember, I put the dimensionals in the corners, so this should not conflict and run into our dimensionals, okay? Add some glue to the back of this leaf, and stick that under right about there. And then we've got this cute little leaf, And we'll add some glue. And stick that under there as well. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and pull in our fine sparkles. And we are going to use the yellow ones here. I'm going to pull a big one. And I'm actually going to use these to look like little flowers or something are growing on the leaves. So we've got a big, a little, and then I'll pull another little guy and put that over there. So bada bing, bada boom. There we have it. There's card number 1. All right, I'm going to get set up for card number 2, and I'll show you that one next. Okie dokie, here's card number 2. I just could not resist doing a Christmas card with this set. I love it. And I love the red door. I think it's perfectly festive. All right, this time I did do the die cutting ahead of time, so let's go ahead and see what we've got. All right, so in this card kit, you will get a basic black card base, a basic black layer that has been embossed with the Timber 3D embossing folder. You know that's my favorite. You'll get a basic white piece, a piece of craft paper there. You'll also get a piece of Real Red to die cut out this door. You'll have a piece of craft to die cut out the little bow door hanger thingy. Okay, right, technical terms here. You'll have, these will actually be die cut for you already. So a few weeks ago we used Decorated with Happiness bundle, which I love. And these cute little evergreens are in there, and I thought they looked cute as a little outdoor like plant decoration. So those will come done for you since those dies are not in this bundle. You'll have a piece of basic white to go ahead and die cut out that stitched rectangle again that is in the bundle. You'll have a square of the brushed metallic cardstock, and then you'll also have a scrap of that to, whoops, I dropped it, to die cut out the door knocker and the door handle. So let's go ahead and assemble this one. So first I'm going to start with stamping. And I am using the sentiment, 'Tis the Season. And you know what? Let me grab the stamp set. This is from the Brightest Glow stamp set, which we used last week. It's the sentiment right here. You can go ahead and use any Christmas sentiment or whatever that you want. If you don't want it to be a Christmas card, do whatever you want, okay? But I am going to use it for Christmas because I love it. So I inked up my sentiment in Real Red. We'll stamp that right on there. Mine's a little crooked, but we're going to leave it. And we'll go ahead and close that up. Let me put that over with my other dirty stamps. Okay, so we are going to start here then. We are going to go craft paper, which, how fun is this? I love this craft paper. We're going to line this craft paper up at the bottom of our basic white piece. Okay, then we are going to take our door and we are going to add our door onto here. I think this made it look a little more grounded, right? Our door. If Kathleen's watching, she'll appreciate that. We can go ahead, add some seal to the back of that basic white piece. And we are going to layer it onto our basic black embossed piece here. Now I'm layering it more towards the right-hand side, leaving a little bit of a layer, okay? Then let's go ahead and add some seal to the back of this timber piece. Again, since it is embossed, we want to add lots of adhesive. Stick this onto our card base. And then we can go ahead and fold and burnish our card base. Okay. Next up, what should we do next? Let's do this next. So next I'm going to take my sign here and add just a little bit of seal up at the top where our door hanger is going to go. So I'll go ahead and stick that down. Okay, and then we're going to grab some dimensionals and peel off the backings, and then we'll go ahead and lay this on the right hand side here. Cute. And I did not add any adhesive to my bow here. It stays pretty well attached, so I didn't feel a need to do that. But if you do, you can absolutely try to cut a tiny dimensional or something there. All right, so I've got my little brushed metallic square here. I just put some seal at the top, and then I'm going to bring in these soft seafoam leaves, and we will just stick those in to our little planter. And let's go ahead and use dimensionals. I'm really determined to just get rid of this sheet, so let's try to use all of these little bits because I don't want to This is definitely like, you don't need this many dimensionals on this, but I'm really determined to just use these up. So, okay, squeeze that one in there. Peel off the backings. We can stick that down. I'm going to layer it up a little bit higher than my door there. Okay, then I am going to take my liquid glue here, add some to the back of my handle, and then you can stick that on your door. How beautiful. I love this card. And then we'll add some glue to the knocker and adhere that. Oh, voice crack. Adhere that to our door there. Okay, and then we will finish off this card. Another voice crack. What the heck? We'll finish this off with our fine sparkle gems, and I am using the red ones. These are actually supposed to be Calypso Coral, but I think they tie together with real red real well. All right, so there is our second card for this week's class. So I'm going to get set up for card number 3. Okie dokie, here is our final card for this week's class to go. This is a birthday card using this beautiful bundle. So let's go ahead. I'll put that in the corner. We are going to do some die cutting again on this one. So let's see what's in this kit. So you will get a thick basic white card base. If I can grab it, a basic white layer, a pool party strip, a strip of the black and white Designs Designer Series paper. Your pattern might be different. You'll also have a scrap of Pool Party for stamping and die cutting that door. You'll have 2 layers of basic black. One will be slightly smaller than the other. They're going to layer on top of each other. You're going to have a strip of basic white. This is going to be this background piece here. And then you're going to have a scrap of basic white to stamp and die cut your presents. So let's go ahead and start with our stamping. And we are going to go ahead and do Pool Party ink on our Pool Party card base. Now remember to clean off your stamp. You don't want your early espresso from card number 1 to be on into your Pool Party ink. Just ask me how I know. No, I actually did that with a different color, and that was a nightmare, so don't do it. All right, so we've got that inked up. Then let's go ahead. I'm going to pull this in here. I've got my Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I've got the sentiment that says, yay, which I think is just so cute because I'm going to use this as a birthday card, but you don't have to. You could use it for a different occasion as well. So that yay is going to go right on there because, like I said, that's going to be the inside of our door. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp our presents, okay? And I'm going kind of at an angle on my piece here. Okay, so let me close that up. Let me move these stamps over to the other side real quick, just so I don't bonk them later. And then we're going to color in this present. So I am going to use Pool Party, Fresh Freesia, and Pale Papaya. So let's start with Pool Party. I've got my dark blend here. I'm going to start with this top present, and I'm just coloring like kind of a circle around all these little stars. Super quick and easy kind of coloring here for this one. And the area is nice and small and square, so it works really well. All right, there's Pool Party. Then we'll do Pale Papaya, and for this, I'm going to take the dark one and do every other stripe. Okay. And one more. And then I'm going to take the light one, and now we can kind of just color it in like it's a normal rectangle because the light can go over the dark and it won't hide it. So there we go. Then we'll go ahead and do our Fresh Freesia. This one's kind of like that top present where we're just going to color in all of the dots with our dark Fresh Freesia. Okay, doesn't need to be fancy. You can see I'm kind of going outside of the circles because, like I said, these are blends, so that light color will come in and kind of hide the fact that I colored outside the circle. And then we'll go in with the light here and color that in as well. All right, beautiful. Let's go ahead then, and we are going to die cut these out. So let me grab my die cutting machine. Bada boom. And We'll get these all lined up here. Now the nice thing, or my tip is not to flip that off. My tip for you is that you actually want to send through any dies that are straight. You want to send them through at an angle. Let me get that little red speck out of there. Okay, so you want to send them through at an angle because they're going to go through a lot easier than if you did the blunt end. If you do the blunt end, your machine actually has a harder time kind of grabbing it. Okay, so we're going to hope that stays in place this time, but we'll see. And get our presents. Add our clear plate to the top. And crank it through. All right, let's see what we've got here. So we've got our presents. Beautiful. Let me open up my stamp set again so I can put these away. And we've got our door. So last one. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. It stayed in such a better place this time. All right, let me move that away. And then we're going to do kind of the same thing we did before, but let's actually build like bottom up here. So I'm going to start with my DSP. Add some seal. Layer this onto Pool Party. Now the margins are only going to be on the left and the right sides. The top and the bottom are the same height, okay? Then we'll add some seal to the back of the Pool Party piece. And get that layered. Again, these are going to be the same height as the basic white piece. Okay, so the layers are only on the two sides. Add some seal there. And then get that onto our card base. I love the extra layering. I always just think it adds a little extra something to your card. The extra layer, okay? We've got that all good. Let's take our, let me make sure I've got the right one. Yeah, I do. We're gonna grab this guy, add some seal. This is the smaller basic black. Add that to the larger one. Okay, I need to grab out a kind of new set of dimensionals. The last set I was using that I used up on our last card was actually a leftover set from Paper Pumpkin. So, all right, peel off these backings and get that centered onto our card. You could also flip your card this way if you wanted to. Just a thought. All right, we've got this piece. So again, I'm going to pull in my liquid glue, and just on the sides of the door here, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. I'm not adding a lot because I don't want it to squirt out of that door frame, okay? And then we'll go ahead and add this. Now my door is opening to the left-hand side. You can have yours open to the right if you want to, but just keep that in mind when you're adhering your sentiment down that it's going the right way, okay? But I actually think that this way would look great too. Hold on. Except it's like more upside down, but I don't know. I feel like you could move the die. You can make it work. You can make it work. All right, let's add some dimensionals then. And you know, my trick also is that I love to add dimensionals when I've got those two pieces that are touching each other. I love, if I can, to get the dimensional backing on both the, oh, I meant to put those in the middle. It's okay, we'll add more dimensionals. I love to get it on both pieces of cardstock. So I loved to get it here on the Pool Party and the basic white pieces of cardstock. It just is an extra reinforcement to keep everything in place. Okay, so then we can go ahead and stick that right on down in the center of our card. Grab our presents and add some dimensionals to the back of the presents. And then we'll stick that down in our door frame. I love it. And then we're going to finish this card off with some beautiful fine sparkle gems. So we are going to use these bottom blue ones, a big and a little, right underneath the presents. And that is that. That is card number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that one too. All right, so here are all 3 of the warm welcome cards that we made for this week's warm welcome class to go. As a reminder, if you place an order in my online store through November 18th, 2022 at the end of the day Central Time, you will get these 6 cards, so 2 of each of these for free from me, the kits to make them, okay? I don't send any stamped images. I also won't do any die cutting for you unless it's something that's not in the bundle, okay? So these leaves I'll do for you, these leaves I'll do for you, but all of the other stuff you'll have to do yourself. You can sub out for a different bundle if you want, but I don't know why you'd want to. This is such a fun one and you can do so much with it. There's a bunch of stamps I didn't even get a chance to use on these 3 cards. So make sure you place your order so I can send you this fun kit so you can put it together as well. Orders of $50 or more before tax and shipping will also get a pack of the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. I'll put these right in your class packet so they come all together ready to go for you to create, okay? And I will ship these on Monday, November 21st, so you'll have them with plenty of time before the holidays for that guy, okay? All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I'm not live this week, but I am enjoying the sun, so I will see you live again next week. Bye for now.